Michigan, and it is new build day, and the day has finally come after waiting so many years. We have the 2003 Gen 4 Cup Series cars here on iRacing. Can you believe it? Much looking forward to running this. Amazingly, it is actually feels very easy to drive. So I hope that that's realistic, and maybe that's just how it felt back in 2003, but every other high-powered car on iRacing has felt significantly more difficult to drive than this. We will see how it goes, but got a lot of power. We're doing 205 by ourselves, entering turn 1 here at Michigan. This has always been one of my favorite tracks to run high-powered cars. I always loved running the Gen 6 here before they got neutered with the tapered spacer. So it should be fun. But I'm really not getting loose at all on any point of the track, which I find surprising. I'm also not going very fast, apparently. I was only like 14th or something in practice, but I could not, for the life of me, get into the draft with some people. So I was going a lot slower than everybody else, but we'll see how this race goes. We got a quick little 10-lap race to get warmed up with no cautions, I think. And then we got a longer, like 67-lap race to get us going. I also tapped the wall a couple times in practice, and it seems like there's no damage at all with this thing. I think the damage model really needs some work. But the cars look great. They sound pretty good. And they go really fast, which is awesome. I think the fuel mileage is still a little bit off of what they could do in real life. I think it's still a little bit shorter, but that could be setup dependent. And this setup is really freaking tight, I'll tell you that. Does not want to turn out of the corner here at all.
There's the checkered flag.
And it's going to be interesting to see how this races in a group. But I've completely replicated my paint scheme from NR 2003 and brought it in on this car, and it looks fantastic on the actual laser scan car. And it's so cool to be able to see that paint scheme in this on the sim here and compare it to NR 2003. I'm gonna see if I can do a comparison video between the two within the next few days, but pretty cool to see that. And we get a 10-lap race, no caution, for a 67-lap main, so don't have to worry about tires or fuel really in this one. Just have to just have fun, see how it goes. No idea how this is gonna race. Brand new car. Brand new feeling of this high-powered car, but a lot of grip, actually. A lot of grip.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
10 times more grip than the fake Gen 4 that we had. And really 10 times more grip than the old ARCA car. That's what it feels like. I mean, this thing just feels planted like crazy. I know Nick in his video went to Richmond and it was getting loose on him, which that's good to see there, but for these bigger tracks, it just seems very planted to the track, which has me a bit nervous. It could be a good thing, but it has me a bit nervous that if the draft is way overpowered like it is in the new ARCA cars, that we could just be in a pack and not get spread out like they did in real life. I don't know. We'll just have to see. This is our first taste of actual racing around other cars. It's going to be very interesting to see. We're doing it at one of my favorite tracks here. I'll probably also host a race later in the week. Probably be later in the afternoon as well. I barely could make this one. Normally not available at this time, but I had to move a couple things around because I really wanted to be in this. But not something I'm going to be able to do regularly.
Pretty quick. If nothing happens today, I'm just going to read.
It should be fun.
Delete off my computer and re-download, I guess.
Get the Fred Jones paint scheme there, and Eric in the 22. Let's So cool to see that.
Good luck. Thanks for putting this up, Nick.
Good luck to everybody. 10 lap little quick sprint here. Let's see how this goes.
All right, man. Pace cars in. Green, green, green. We have 10 to go.
Okay. A little bit short or slow start.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
No risk really of spinning up the rear tires there on gas up. But if we get older tires, that might change. And if we get to a track that doesn't have such a high gear because of the size of this place, it might change. There's a little bit of looseness there, it felt like. Somebody's dragging the wall down their back stretch. See if we can follow Ryan here around the outside. I just need to be careful not push up into the wall. Shane down low here. Everybody trying to get up top. Oh, 3 wide there. Contact with Shane. I'm trying to be smooth, but I have no idea what this car is capable of yet. So I keep having to get back on throttle, lift off throttle, get back on throttle. Keep seeing people dragging the wall. I don't know if that's actually what's going on or if there's net code or something.
Now let's see how this arrow works.
Just stay on the outside of Shane there. He pushed up a little bit. Get on the outside of Ryan. We got Billy just up here. Outside's feeling pretty good right now.
All clear, all clear.
Here in phase 1 of the oval refresh.
Yeah, one inside. Stay high.
Just can't beat that outside out of the corner.
Stay high. Stay high.
Oh, we overdrove that massively.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Stay high.
That's no good.
Stay high. Clear low, clear low.
This is Michigan, though. We should have a chance to get caught back up, but yeah, that gave us no damage whatsoever. Doesn't even leave a mark on the side of the car. The damage model is like super, super tanky, which if you watched any Gen 4 races, you will know that those cars were very fragile. Very, very fragile. And we get loose there. We get some cars spinning off of turn 2. Looks like they kept it pretty straight, though. That was Phillip. He was in 3rd place. That's unfortunate for him. Man, this car is plowing. So far, so good, though.
All right, looks like you're in the top 10. There you go.
We've gotten strung out pretty good. Single file. So not Daytona pack style like it is for ARCA, but when you have to slow down for the corners, actually, and that's why good amount of power is so beneficial, because if you actually have to slow down for the corners, you don't stay in a pack, and you actually get racing.
Got one outside.
Man, this thing won't turn.
There.
Will not turn on a corner exit. I think the fixed setups are just really, really tight, as you might expect, and we get the wall a little bit with the skew. Not used to judging the width of the car yet. Oh, somebody's in the wall there. Somebody's going spinning. That might be Billy. That was.
Stop the wall.
That's unfortunate. He might have taken a really big hit down low on the inside wall. We're going to get a run here underneath Eric. Try and take it down the straightaway. Maybe get past him into 1. I think Nick is up battling for the lead right now. I think he's in the lead, actually.
0.481 outside. Still there. All clear.
Oh, and then he caught the wall. He did what I did.
Good job. The next car is
He did what I did. Overdrove it.
got one outside. 3 wide.
Now I'm kind of losing it here.
Inside. 2 wide there. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. There's the car on the low side.
Gosh,
All
this
clear,
thing
all
just
clear.
won't turn at all. Eric gets back past us. I had to lift.
Outside.
I don't think it's going to be easy to pass on the inside,
Clear high,
if even possible.
outside. All clear,
Here
all
comes
clear.
Nick.
Got one outside. 5 minutes to go. Stay low.
Yeah, I should have tried the inside. Just unable to pass. We're going to take it 3 wide if we get the chance here. 2 laps to go.
3 wide. Hold your line. Hold your line. Outside. 2 wide there. All clear. All
2
clear.
wide, we get clear of them for a minute. Just barely. Nick gets clear of all of us.
All clear. All clear.
And since we were the lowest in the corner, we come out in last out of that battle.
Got one
Eric's just getting
outside.
so tight, middle of the corner, but there's nothing we can do about it because you just can't pass on the inside. Oh, they're spinning up front. That was Shane and Ryan coming together apparently.
Stay low. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
Yeah, this thing, and we get turned.
Oh, no, I guess.
Well, that stinks.
You got wheel damage. Looks like one of your wheels.
Hey, we got some damage actually.
I got it. I thought I caught it.
We got damage on the front end. The leader is coming up on you. They're not
Somebody just
outside.
flipped.
That aero damage is probably slowing you a lot.
Oh, you think?
Car is the leader.
Well, it was getting squirrely there out of the corner, but I think
thought you were going to the bottom of the trip.
that was just because we were putting so much wheel into it because it just would not turn and we were just plowing tight. But it was pretty fun racing there. That was actually cool. I think with looser setups this would be even more fun, but you could say that about any fixed series on iRacing, most likely. But we come out of that 17th, not a big deal.
There's the flag, man.
Just a for fun little thing there. We were all pushing hard at the end, trying to get all we could. I was trying to make that bottom work. He just couldn't get out of the corner with the stupid thing. 81-87 for Nick. That was a little exciting, first little stint. Now we got some real tire management coming into play. And we got some front end damage. Let's quickly take a look at that. Oh man, got the toe all knocked in and everything. Let's take a look at that wreck real quick. Before the grid, we got 1 minute. Here's when we were 3 wide with Nick. That'll make a good screenshot, especially with the Fred Jones scheme up there up top.
Oh, no, I'm fucking. Oh, no.
I think he just got loose on our outside. We were getting loose. Yeah, he was just getting loose there. Nothing we could do about that.
Alright, that was fun going by for a while, but I think we can take it easy now. 67 laps.
Yeah, we were all just pushing as hard as we could there, but now we got an actual race, so we can try and get into some tire saving. I am going to move the brakes back a little bit here and make sure we don't miss the grid. I think moving the brakes back a little bit will help significantly because
You'll have to
that
stop
thing
for
was
more
plowing.
fuel before the race is over.
We will need a pit stop.
The estimated SOS
2
is
sets of tires. We're starting pretty far in the back.
61.
Enberg.
We expect to be fighting for the podium.
And they think we'll be fighting for the podium, but I don't know. We'll see. Where were our tires there? Oh, I don't even get to see.
Alright, man, we're going green next time.
Not going to be a
Alright, man, line up on the
accurate
inside
reading
row.
anyway
Your
since
road
we
is
were
closed.
spinning.
It's a 21 car.
That just puts us a little bit farther back for this race, but I really don't care to start up front anyway. We can maybe try and work our way forward. It's feeling like on even tires, the inside is just no good. And I think that's mostly a track and setup problem. I think just all the new tracks are like that, and the setup being so much tighter will contribute to that as well. I don't think that's a car issue.
Well, that's right.
What is she doing back there?
Hey, Master Meatloaf!
Let's see how this race goes. I'm going to try to save some tires.
I kind of love the way these cars are driving this.
Yeah, that was fun. We weren't staying in a pack, really. We were driving pretty well and able to
Get ready.
make some moves and get spread out a bit, but still get caught back up because this car actually has power.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
Nice and smooth here. I'm not going to be pushing it hard at all right out of the gate. Got to flip the switch from the last race when we were going as hard as we could.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
Got some people up into the wall on our outside. That's going to be an immediate caution, I think. Unless it happened far enough back to not cause a yellow.
All clear, all clear.
That's unfortunate, whatever happened there.
Outside. You're clear high.
All right.
Clear high.
Let's get settled in here and see if we can save the tires a little bit. We got Nick just ahead of us by a couple cars. Wonder if he's conserving fuel. He must really be saving. Probably just saving the tires. I'm pretty sure you can make it to halfway at least with these, but it's going to be close, honestly. I feel like you could go a lot more than 35 laps on a tank in real life Michigan. Haven't confirmed that, but I'm almost positive you could. I looked at Charlotte. They could do about 60 to 65 laps, and I think someone in the Discord said they could do 53 laps based on their little 10-lap run. So that's not a huge difference. That could be just the gearing of the setup, and track temp and all kinds of things can lead into that. But the reason I care so much is because the way the old car was, or the fake Gen 4 that we had, consumed so much fuel you didn't really get a run long enough where tire saving would matter. It was just short little qualifying stints until you needed fuel, and you never really got to the point where saving made a whole lot of difference. And that was a big part of the racing back in the day, is conserving for the long run, taking care of the car, taking care of the tires. I just want it to be realistic, and I want it to be replicated in iRacing correctly. It seems like they're taking less emphasis on that over the last year, 2 years. And I just want it to be as realistic as it possibly can be. That's what it's supposed to be, in my opinion. But so far, I'm liking it. It drives really fun. When we were pushing hard, lighting up the tires, you could feel the handling going away, which is perfect. It's exactly what I want. I felt I could push, and I could push it to the limit, and I could find it without just being way too planted. But it's not extremely punishing. It's not as razor fine of an edge as the other car. So that's good. That's going to be good for a lot of the lower licensed drivers or whatever, since I think this is a Class C car or whatever, Class D or C car. Not that it matters at all, because we normally only race A-class drivers in whatever split we're in. Very rarely do we see anyone other than that, because it's really not hard at all to get and keep an A license. Got Shane coming up from the back after his spin or incident in the little qualifying race.
Stay low. All clear.
He's
all
looking
clear.
pretty quick. We'll just get to the outside.
Side.
Probably let him go
Stay
soon.
high. Stay high.
Get in line behind him most likely, though he got really tight right there.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low. Clear low.
Just lift off for him. Long, long race. No reason for us to sit side by side forever. He's entering the corner much harder than us right now. So cool to be able to go fast again. 206 right there.
Car 15 has taken the lead.
That's what this track was built for. Speed. And then having to slow down because there's not very much banking. I am very glad they got the super speedway bodies as well. I always really liked how those looked with the really tall noses. I don't think you can pick where they race. I think it would be really cool to take them to an intermediate track just to see how that would do. But they probably would have the restrictor plates on them. But that body style is really interesting, I think. Oh, they're making contact just ahead of us. These things are getting pretty sketchy out of the corner. Especially out of turn 2. There's a little bit of wobble going on.
Got one outside. Still there.
And Greg's just wrecking us, I guess. I don't know what he's doing.
All clear. All clear.
He's running into Shane as well. Or Shane was running into him or something.
All clear. All clear.
I'm not sure what the issue there was.
Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high.
Got to his inside and he just turned left into us. Maybe he was loose or something.
My bad, whoever I pushed down to the grass there.
It was an accident. Lost us a couple spots, but nothing major, and we had to lift massively there.
Outside.
But
Stay
didn't
low.
spin them,
All
thankfully.
clear, all clear.
We're just going backwards right now. Got Billy back here. We know he's quick, so maybe we'll follow him.
Inside.
He's probably saving tires really
All
well.
clear. All clear.
Probably be up front before the end, I'm sure. Fuel-wise, do another 27 laps.
Did on 30.
That'll be close to halfway.
Clear low. Clear low.
I think it'll be past halfway. Definitely feel the tires falling off, so that's good. I don't think the speeds are falling off though.
Outside.
Oh.
All clear. All
Really
clear.
got the wall a little bit. Speeds aren't falling off too much yet. We do have pretty big draft. Just with the speed you're going here and the length of the straightaways, you're going to get draft.
Stay low.
But it's not like
Stay low.
pack, suck you up to the back bumper or somebody and instantly draft.
Stay low.
Billy
All
just
clear,
backs
all
it
clear.
off. Running that Jason Keller scheme, I think. He showed off in the Discord. Looks really cool. Got 3 wide up there. I think Shane's in the middle of that. I don't feel like I've taken very good care of the tires, really. The right rear might be alright, but the right front feels like I've really punished it. Still green though, that's great. We've had a couple incidents, but they haven't led to a yellow. Ooh, Dylan got really tight there on corner exit, lost his speed.
Stay low. All clear, all
He just
clear.
backs off for us. These guys up ahead of us were making some contact into the wall. Out of turn 2 as well. Turn 2 seems to be the tricky spot of the track right now with these cars. Maybe I'll take these things to Bristol in my hosted race. I'm kind of curious to see how they run there. Probably won't be a clean race, but Bristol's always a fun race. Always was a fun race in the old cars back in the day. Haven't seen much about how these race on a short track yet though, so maybe that'll be a fun race to test. Do like 150 laps or something. Whoa! We overdrove that. Almost got in the back of Bradley. Everyone's struggling out of 2.
Outside. All clear, all clear.
One thing I didn't look is how big of a fuel tank do these have? 22.5, I think that's correct. So that's good. I got that right. I thought it was over 20.
Outside.
Get to the inside on Rick here. He's running pretty well, up in 12th right now.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there? Hold your line. You're clear high, clear high.
Clear him, but then we got a little bit loose crossing that seam. Let's get in line here.
The lead is at 40.096. Keep digging.
This is a lot of fun though. I think this is really racing well for a very, very tight setup on a track that hasn't got a lot of grip out of the corner. I think this is great. Happy to see that. Happy to see that there doesn't appear to be any big netcode issues with the right rear or anything like we've seen on several of the newer cars that have come out over the last few builds. We need to try and catch up to Michael up here if we can.
Car 20 has taken the lead.
20 car is taking the lead. Was not sure who that is. Oh, and Shane getting hit again out of the corner. I think that's Shane in the red car.
You got one inside.
It is.
All clear, all clear.
He's been taking all the blows out of turn 2, and he's running over the seam, getting it loose. I don't imagine he has any damage, though. These cars can take a lot, seemingly. Might have a little right side mark there. Yeah, he does.
Still there. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Still there. Hold your line.
And trying not to bounce it off the wall into him.
Still there.
That was nearly dangerous. Turn 2 will not
All clear,
let
all
you
clear.
have it. You've got to be on your guard the whole time.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
All right, we should get him here.
Stay high. All clear, all clear. Dig it, man. You're in top 10.
Gets us to the top 10. Go back to the bottom. Get it sideways, nearly get into the wall. This thing is a handful right now. Most people running that higher groove. probably smart. So I can't get it to turn out of the corner, but we are catching them. I see Nick on the F3 behind us. He's slowly catching up as well. I could not wait to get the car and make an exact replica of my NR 2003 car, though. I thought that would be so cool to have a side-by-side comparison to that. Got somebody pitting back behind us, I think. Maybe a scheduled pit stop. I don't think you can make it to the end from here, though. We got another 15 laps to go, and then that'll take us to about 30 to go, so that should get us close to making it. We'll try and save a little bit in the draft here, maybe. Lift down the straights a bit. This stays green the whole time. That would make it pretty interesting. Probably not going to save much at all with the RPMs we're pulling. Over 9,000. We're up to 10th, though.
The lead is at 40.386.
40.3. We just did a 40.3. That's about a second slower.
Well, I don't like to turn over the right side damage.
Second slower than our fastest lap. And if it's like any other car on iRacing, it'll probably peak out at about a second and a half slower, and then just kind of plateau in terms of fall off. Typically is what happens. We will see, though. Car is new, but the tire model I don't think is.
Got one inside.
But it might be.
Stay high. Stay high.
I think Nick, back behind Billy, has been running the top side for a while. Like the big, very top. But that didn't feel very good there when I tried it. You get a big run down the back, though. Gotta watch this seam down here, make sure we don't get sideways out of the corner.
Stay low. Still there.
I'm gonna stay side by side. Maybe. No, he clears us. Here's where we gotta watch. Exit to turn 2. Exit to turn 2 is very upsetting to the car at the moment. Ooh, no turn at all there. I overdrove it, I guess. Oh, when he's getting tight, nearly up into him. Gotta be careful. Here comes Billy. He's been back there saving. Nowhere for him to go here, though.
You're clear high. Clear high.
Backs off early. He's going to get a good run on the exit, most likely. Holy cow.
Outside.
That thing just jumped sideways on me.
All clear, all clear. You got one outside. You're clear high.
I don't know what happened there. Maybe we need to go to the top side. Now we're back behind Nick. Lost a couple spots. Getting loose there, but at least we hung on to it. .208 entering the corner there. How about that? Just trying to tiptoe it out of the corner right now with the right rear being pretty hot. And we overdrive turn 3 again. Another 9 laps on fuel. Another reason I kind of want to stay low is because we'll be off throttle more, and that'll save a little bit more fuel running lower in the corners. I can't get off the corner out of turn 2 though, down low. And Nick clears Michael.
You got one outside. The lead is at 40.4. Go there. Towards the line. Stay low. All
Try and
clear,
get
all
clear of him here and then stay up ahead of him. Try and get back caught up with Nick. Gotta manage to throttle out of the corner as they have a big mess just ahead of us. We're gonna get a yellow. It's gonna be somebody wrecking out of turn 2, I guarantee you.
outside.
Might be 3 wide here. We are.
Hold your line. You got one outside. 2 wide there. Good job, man. You're in the top 10. All clear, all clear. You got one outside.
How's this gonna work out?
You're clear high.
Nick
Clear
just
high.
launched it into the corner and slid up to take that spot. Gonna get Billy back to his inside as we get really wobbly on exit. Nick's gonna try and hold that outside on him to get past. Though he kind of got tight on entry there, it looked like. But Billy not able to complete it. Nick is really entering corner hard right now. But he's making that work. He made that really work in 1 and 2 there. Can I get the outside of Billy? Yes, I can. He leaves it open for us.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. All clear, all clear.
Ooh, Nick got tight that time. He had to lift out of it big time.
You got one outside. Stay low. Still there? Hold the line. All clear, all clear.
He's probably going to give it the run back to our outside, or he's going to go for the crossover. Holy cow. This thing is getting light out of turn 2. It's been light the whole time. Nick just gets in line there, maybe getting ready for a pit stop. Maybe just decided to back it off a little bit. He'd been
All right, man.
driving it really hard on entry, I think, the last couple laps.
5 laps of fuel left.
Got halfway just now, and we got 5 laps of fuel to go. We got Brady in the 8 car,
You got one outside.
struggling right now. He maybe
Stay low.
he's got some tire problem. Got up into the wall, looked like. We're just going to take these, or this fuel, as long as we can here. I didn't really practice a green flag pit stop. I kind of did one, but I was really, really slow on entry. So I'm not sure if we'll be any good with this. Still running 40.3s, so yeah, it's basically plateaued at about a second slow, or second slower. But it feels like the handling has gone away quite a bit. So that's good. Got a couple people pitting in. We can go another couple laps before we need to. So I think we will.
The lead is at 40.541. You're in 5th place. Keep digging.
We'll go one more lap. We'll pit next time. I think. Yeah, we will. We'll have to. I don't really want to be on the outside of somebody, though. before we get to the pit stop.
Pitting.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Now we're going to be pitting this time.
Outside. Still there.
I'm going to weave down the backstretch so
Stay
Nick
low.
knows,
On the high side.
since he doesn't have chat.
Still there. You're clear high. Clear high.
Hopefully he saw that. I think he did. I think Dante must be pitting.
Outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
Don't get a penalty. Okay. Not a terrible entry. We could have maybe snuck one more lap out of it, but I think we were good there. I don't know how Nick's able to go another lap with how hard on the outside he was running. 53-55. Fairly even split. Post that in the chat so everyone has a little bit more data, and we're still filling the car up.
The leader is
Trying to go with the jack drop, and had the gas tank still attached, we would have been dragging that thing away from our pit box.
only have one set of
Didn't think I was
cars
gonna make it.
Try and get off of the apron here smoothly and quickly.
You're clear high. Clear high. You got one outside. All clear.
All right, let's
all
get up
clear.
in the draft. We gained a little bit on Chad and these guys. Like, they were a lot farther ahead of us, and that did not turn at all. Holy cow. Cold tires, I guess. Got some smoke down in the pits. Maybe just people leaving their pit box, not sure. Nick just exiting the pits. We pit a lap ahead of him, and now we're going to jump ahead of him just a little bit
Clear low. Clear low.
on just about even tires. I wonder if we're going to jump Billy as well. I don't even see him anywhere. Did he stay out even longer? Tough to say. Loving this racing though. This is awesome. 43.53 from Warren. Billy's a lap down. What happened to him? Oh no, something must have happened. Did he get a penalty, or was that smoke from him? Maybe he spun or something? That's crazy. He was a contender up here. Oh, that's the wall. Very close.
No damage to report.
Nick is a second and a half back. I'm going to be very curious to see if he can close that, because he was that far back at the beginning as well, and he caught up. He was even further back at the beginning, I think. Oh, come on, car. Turn in turn 3 for me. I've always struggled overdriving turn 3.
The leader is on 39.612.
I think we hit 208 there as well. We get a big run down the back. See if we can make this pass.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
We got Dante, who's a lap down here. He was racing up for position around us as well, wasn't he?
You're clear high. Clear high. You got one outside.
I think he was.
Stay low. You're clear high. Clear high. You got one outside.
That puts us top 5, passing Brady.
Still there. Good job, man. You're back.
Now that I know you gotta really watch it out of turn 2, I'm trying to be a bit more careful. This has been really fun though. I'm loving how these are driving. Way more fun than that stinky new ARCA car. Chad's got a little right rear damage, but it's not affecting his speed by the look of it. We're getting a couple runs on him though. See if we can make the pass here soon. Might be able to sneak through his outside, which I think I'd rather pass up here than down low.
Stay high. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
I think he just backed off for us there. Allows us to get down to the bottom lane for our corner exit. Now we're up to 4th. Ryan up front with Warren just behind him. We got Alexander here in this 15 car. Looks like we can catch him a little bit. I don't know if we'll have anything for the front two though. They are right on top of each other, a mile ahead. I don't know if we're taking very good care of the tires though right now. That was a pretty bad push. We've had a couple of those already this run. And this run kind of just started. Coming around to get 20 to go though. But 2-mile track, that takes a long time. We can make it on fuel though, so that's good.
20 more laps.
So the race was definitely long enough to get some tire wear. We're down in the 50s. Or the fuel runs are definitely long enough to get tire wear, I mean, so that's good. Speed's kind of just plateaued at about a second slower, but I really felt like the handling was going away, and you saw some people struggling there at the end. Had to kind of lift middle of the corner so I didn't run over Alexander.
Got one outside.
He kind of slipped middle of the corner.
Stay low, there's a car on the high side.
I was probably overdriving center anyway.
9.874. Still there. You're clear high.
He backs off early for us, thank you. You don't need to, racing hard up in the top 5, but I appreciate it. Probably lose less time overall by doing that, but you probably could have held me off up on that outside right now. Now we've got no draft up in front of us. Are we going to be able to do anything in front of Chad here? He's probably just going to keep getting good runs on us down the straights. 3.1 up to Warren and Ryan. That felt like a decent 1 and 2. This has gone caution free up to this point. Can you believe that? I think I do see Nick in that bright yellow car at the back of this little pack we've got here. I imagine he'll be up there. See him passing on the inside. He's coming up in a hurry, in fact. He will be a factor before this thing's over. And if we get a yellow, we'll have another set of tires in the pits we can take, so we should be good there. I'm feeling pretty good in 1 and 2 right now, and keeping it nice and smooth out of the corner, not getting too sideways. I don't feel like I'm doing quite as well in 3 and 4, but it's working all right. As long as we don't go up there and hit the wall, or go up there and have to turn left real quick not to hit it and get loose like we just did. Warren still all over the back bumper of Ryan, but we have caught up by about half a second, which is great. I don't think we'll have enough time to get there unless they start battling really hard and pushing out of the corners. But that gap isn't growing still, so that's a good sign. I'm running down here because it's a little tiny bit quicker, and they're up ahead not running down there, so I think we might be shaving off a little bit of time just doing that. But we've got these 3 right behind us that are looking to charge forward now. That could slow us down from catching these 2 up ahead. We're going to start getting into a battle here that will probably take away our chances. What little chances we had anyway. But you never know, there could be some aggression going on up ahead. They could, either one of them, make a little mistake. Who knows? Here comes Nick. .7, 2.6. If we could just get within their draft, we could have a chance to catch them down the straight and set up a really exciting finish here. Nick's going to try for that slider. He got extremely tight out of the corner. But nothing we can do about it. We couldn't turn down any further without getting it really sideways.
I'm going to be pitting this left, Dylan.
Scare him up a little bit, and he turns down, gets right to our bumper. I was going to try and leave him the lane, but car was sliding a bit. That time we got to his right rear, and that's going to slow him down quite a bit out of the corner. 10 laps to go. Now we're just trying to hold off Nick. We got a few cars behind him now, built up. Don't think we're catching these front 2. Nice and smooth. Might run up the track just a little bit to hurt his chances of getting a little bit of a run, but he's still going to have that big draft no matter what we do. He went a bit lower that time and got a pretty good exit. He will have another crack at us for sure.
20 minutes to go.
Good thing we didn't get a bunch of cautions. This has been an excellent race. And we're having a great battle here between myself, Nick, and Chad, and Alexander's just back there. Not that far. That was not a good corner. Not a good corner there.
Got one inside. Still there. Still there.
Got some smoke, middle of the corner, but that is Dylan.
Thank you.
Say hi.
Lap down at the moment. Can't do anything on that low side. He's going to have to slider me again and try and make it stick.
9.957.
But with the car being as tight as it is, it's not going to be easy to do that. He's got almost 3 wide. We're going to have a little bit of draft from Dylan. Oh, he pulls out of the way. Thank you. Oh, we got tight middle of the corner there. Do a quick check on fuel. We're totally fine. He's got a lot of speed middle of the corner that we just don't have. We just can't let him get to our outside in the middle of the corner. That time he must have got tight or something. Lost a little bit on us. 5 to go.
We're in a podium position.
If he times that slider correct, he could definitely beat us to the line. But maybe we can keep ahead of him where he won't have that chance as we tap the wall. We should get a much better exit than he does here. Try and break the draft a little bit. Okay, still right on our bumper. He's not going away. Big tight there for us. Oh, he got tight. He had to lift. He had to lift big time. He had to lift big time there.
Watch out, your car in the wall.
I can't hear Chad if he's talking right now. Coming around to get 2 to go. Nick is definitely going to get another shot at us. As long as he doesn't have another tight moment.
Yeah.
His right front looks to be hurting a little bit though. He's lost even more ground there in 3 and 4. Who's going to get the win up front? Ryan and Warren battling nose to tail still. They've been the whole run right on top of each other.
White flag.
White flag in the air. We are 3/10 ahead of Nick. He's 3/10 ahead of Chad. Not Chad, Alexander. Chad fell out of this pack somehow. He's going to go for the big dive. He's going to pull the Carl Edwards at Michigan move. But that's not going to stick. That's not going to stick. I think Carl Edwards did that at Kansas or something, but he tried it there and did not work, and we hang on to the spot. He had to give it a shot, though. If he had done that, if he had been able to stay our bumper,
There you go, man.
where he could do a slider like he had been doing, I think he could have stayed in front of us at the line. But he was just a little too far back there at the end to get that timed up right. That was a lot of fun. All green, even though we did have a few incidents out there. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at how these tires are. Yeah, me too. That was a lot of work. Yeah, that was a lot of work. That was fun. Woo!
Yeah, but if I pushed it out early in the race, I don't know if you heard me, I apologize for that.
Oh yeah, all good. We kept it straight. It was fine. That's from the heat. Alright, let's go take a look at the incidents on this beautiful, beautiful looking car. Let's take a look at the tires first of all. 68, 69. I was keeping them really even throughout that. I'm happy with that. Let's see if Nick posted. 47, 64, yeah. Yeah, he was burning up that right front. It looked like he was getting really tight in the middle of 3 and 4. And that's where we were beating him there at the end. So right out of the gate, oh, Dylan with a big move up the track, and that got everyone stacked up, and I think there was some contact back here. I don't know if he got loose out of the corner or something, but yeah, Michael had to kind of avoid, and then that big stack up just gets Eric put up into the wall, and then he gets rear-ended, but there's nobody behind him. So no yellow for that, but that definitely could have been a yellow. That's unfortunate for him. And Phillip, really stinks for Phillip there as well. Both of them out of the race right out of the gate. A little bit of blinking. Chad's going to get up into the wall. Turn 2 was a menace the whole time. Oh, and Shane squeezing up, I think. That gets everyone stacked up a little bit. And now it's showing nothing. Now here back to Shane, lap 20. Oh, that guy just got loose on his outside. Down into him. Keeps showing entry to turn 1 for some reason. And now the entry to turn 3. Maybe tire calls or tire readings is what's showing up. I don't know. I don't know if there's any more contact. We saw some smoke down near the pit wall right after the pit stop, so maybe that will pop up here. Alexander, before the pit stop, was in second place, pretty close to Ryan there. Nearly into the wall. And then, oh, that wobble out of turn 2. Everyone's just trying to hang on for dear life there. Get Shane. Just down the straightaway, nothing's going on. Now Nick, lap 33. Does he get the wall out of 2? He does not. Just showing random points of the race for some people for some reason. Chad. Ryan. Needs to get his Virginia Tech scheme. Oh, and then Brady on our outside gets loose, sticks it up in the wall. He does a really good job of keeping it up there and keeping it straight so he doesn't get down into anybody. And now Warren, not in an orange car yet. Right behind Ryan there. Nothing really going on here. Oh, these two pitting about at the same time. That's a really slow entry. That's why we ended up catching them and passing them, because they were way up ahead of us. You see, just now we went by. I think we had a much better entry, which allowed us to really close the gap. So now we get Dante. He's up in third. He ends up a lap down at some point for some reason. Maybe an issue on the pit stop. Do we have any more? Now Dante's a lap down, so what happened to him? I think he's a lap down now. He was in third, right? Didn't we just see that? We were racing around him a little bit. 19th, 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 20th, 5th. So he pits from third place. Let's see what happens. Oh, he was way speeding, I think. I think he got a stop or a hold for 15-second penalty or something, because he entered that and was over 70. So let's see his pit stop here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think he had to hold for 15 seconds for a speeding penalty. Unfortunate there. He had a lot of speed. He was racing right up there in the top 5, right around it. Ooh, Chad up into the wall. And then, oh, he's getting loose. Turn 2's taking another victim, and that's why Chad fell out of this group. Lap 64 right at the end. And that broke his right front, it looked like. Oh, and then Zach in 8th. Just a couple laps before the finish. That stinks. That sends him down to the infield. Oh, and we got... Who is that up there? Chad up into the wall with a broken right front, unable to get down. We're coming down to the end of this thing. He finally is able to pull it down. Couldn't turn, though, and he couldn't risk turning down in front of traffic. There I was trying to weave around the straightaways to keep my lead on Nick a bit. Michael running back here in 7th, doing a good job. Nick trying his best to catch us. This is the white flag lap. Let's take a look at his Carl Edwards slide move. Nearly gets up into the wall out of 2, and he got a little bit loose. So then he just full throttles it into the corner, but down onto the apron. But then you just have to come to a complete stop to make it out of the corner. That was fun. That was a good battle there at the end. And we get a P3 out of it, I think. So yeah, happy with that. Ryan holds on to the win. Warren just behind him the whole time. That was a good battle at the end. And boy, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I am excited to run this car. I'm excited to do all the tracks with it, even the super speedways with that new super speedway body. I'm really interested in seeing how that races. I always just loved the way that those cars looked like that. But it's going to be awesome. This car is going to be a blast. It's actually really, really fun. Really happy with that. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. This is a great addition. Really happy.